Oh, just checking on the weather real quick to see what's all going on. I think we're currently at 2 degrees above Fahrenheit for some of you that might be on likely on a different temperature setting. You know, the calculus instead of, no, not calculus. Those of you that don't use Fahrenheit, my brain just gave me one of those moments where it's like I should remember what it was. And for Celsius, that's what I was thinking, Celsius. I don't know why I suddenly got so damn stupid. But yeah, I think it's like 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind chill factor, if I saw on the internet just a little bit ago, was the equivalent of 8 below Fahrenheit, which I think they were saying that the equivalent is negative 22 Celsius. I think this morning it got as bad as, I want to say, negative 16 Fahrenheit on wind chill. And I want to say, compared to being in a mobile home, this place is so much easier to keep warm. I don't have to crank up the heat to be at a nice, comfortable level. Granted, I like it a little bit warmer, slight bit, but I think that's more of a personal. Yeah, I think that's more of a just personal preference more than anything else, you know. Because by all rights, this is a. I think they like to keep the temperatures in the apartments at I guess what you would consider, or at least what most people would consider roughly room temperature of about 67 to 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Approximately, you know, is what I think they like to keep it at. That way they can keep that way they can keep their bills under control themselves around here. Because, you know, it's not like I'm the one having to pay the heat directly out of my own pocket. It's pretty much they cover it themselves, so I think they don't want to have everything go absolutely bonkers on the heating bills. So yeah, it's like pretty much a case of, compared to the mobile home I was living in, yeah, this is really a lot easier to keep warm. Wintertime, those mobile homes, holy hell, those are hard to keep warm. Even without the wind, those are just, those they lose heat so quickly. You're constantly running the furnace just to keep it at 67 to 69 degrees. And it always seems to have, and even then it seems to be a little bit more, well, I want to say, goes a little bit deeper into the bone more where it feels a little colder. Feels like you got to crank up the heat more just to stay comfortable. Around here, all I have to do is if I want to just be comfortable, curl up in a blanket or put on a sweatshirt or something if I really want, you know. But yeah, I generally don't have to worry about keeping warm like I did this previous winter. So yeah, glad I don't have to get out to do anything for the next couple of days. Because this is gonna suck. Oh, makes me glad that Big Boy's got himself one of those Walmart app subscriptions. Can have deliveries can pretty much have groceries brought right to the damn dorm and don't have to worry about freezing my ass off. Yeah, I realize that somebody else will be freezing their butts off, but I guess if there's going to be a plus side to that, I'm going to try to have them bring some groceries straight to my door if I can. Just pull up as close as they can. I can load everything into a shopping cart that they got here in the building. They got several for the use of the residents here, so we can have an easier time bringing groceries up to our apartments. going to try to have the driver bring stuff as close to the door as possible so he doesn't have to stay outside any more than absolutely freaking necessary. And he can get right back in his car and try to stay warm as humanly possible. Just because no way in hell I want anybody getting frostbite or freezing their butts off or none of that other junk. I believe in the mentality of in, out, do your shit, and move on to the next thing. If I don't like having to be out in this cold, why the hell would anybody else like it, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that any delivery driver for my groceries today can get their shit done as soon as possible and just be done with it, not worry about nothing, whatever. So yeah, I hope that you're all staying nice and warm too where possible. And yes, I'm jealous of any of you that might actually live in warmer climates. Of course, around here, Kansas would be considered substantially warmer. Take care, y'all.